Mark here from Smart ASMR, and today I'm going to be answering some this or that questions. I feel like these really help you to get to know someone. If you want to answer these too, feel free to do that in the comments below. It'd be interesting to see what your answers would be for these. So, we'll get started with the first one now. The first one is Coke or Pepsi. This is a really tough one to choose between. They're both really good sodas. My dad actually drinks a lot of Coca-Cola, and my mom drank a lot of Diet Pepsi. She actually passed away when I was 12, so just seeing Pepsi reminds me of her and really puts a smile on my face. But if I were to pick between the two right now, and what I'm craving more, I would go with Coca-Cola, specifically cherry Coca-Cola. The next one is passenger or driver. I would definitely choose driver. I feel like trips go by a lot faster when you're driving. Also, I like being in control of the wheel because you never know what somebody else is gonna do in a given situation. So, I think driving is definitely much preferred to me. I don't mind being a passenger at all, especially if I'm playing my Switch or something and keeping myself occupied, or if I'm traveling somewhere and it's a long trip. The next one is hamburger or taco. Without a doubt, I'd pick hamburger over taco. I just picture what the world would be like without hamburgers versus what it'd be like without tacos, and I think I could survive not eating tacos as long as they don't take away chicken quesadillas. Next up is glasses or contacts. I would definitely pick contacts. I don't even own a pair of glasses, but I do own contacts. I actually don't have them in right now. I can see things up close really well, but my vision's not really good. Seeing things far away, my left eye is actually a lot stronger than my right eye, so it's kind of weird. I have two different strengths for my contacts. What's worse, laundry or dishes? I would definitely have to say dishes. I actually have dishes that are sitting in the kitchen right now that I have to do. Sometimes I let them rack up for like almost a week. I know it's a bad habit, but usually I wash them on my days off. Whereas with my laundry, it's a lot easier for me to actually do it. I don't know why, it's just something I prefer doing over dishes. Paper or plastic? Usually when I'm at the store, I end up picking plastic. I don't mind using paper bags, but the stores around me don't have handles on the paper bags, so I'd prefer not to carry my bags at the bottom. It's just a lot more convenient to use plastic. Plus, I return the plastic bags back to the store so they can be recycled or reused. The next one is frozen yogurt or ice cream. I'm definitely more of a froyo guy. I guess it's because around me there's not a lot of frozen yogurt places, so it's more of a treat when I get to eat it. I really like eating frozen yogurt with fruit. I could really go for a strawberry froyo right now with a bunch of berries on top. And those things that, like they're little balls that when you eat them they explode in your mouth. I don't remember what they're called. those things are so good too. There's like kiwi ones and strawberry ones. Fire or water type Pokemon. This one's pretty tough. Usually I switch between picking fire and water types as my starters. I never picked a grass type before. I guess I'll look at each one of the generation Pokemon that I picked for my starter, and I'll figure out which type I picked more. In the first generation, I picked Charmander. The second, I picked Totodile. The third, Torchic. The fourth, Piplup. The fifth, Tepig. The sixth, Froakie. The seventh, Litten. And the most recent one, I picked a Scorbunny. So based off that, I picked 5 fire types and 3 water types. So it looks like fire types win. McDonald's or Burger King. I would definitely have to pick Burger King for that one. I really liked their kids' meals growing up there. I used to get them all the time and get the cool toys, like the Star Wars Episode 3 ones. And they used to have like the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror ones. And a lot of other cool things like the Pokemon ones. McDonald's has some cool toys too, but I like Burger King's fries better, and I really like their pickles on their cheeseburgers. Barbecue sauce or ketchup. This one's really tough because I use both a lot, but I'm gonna have to go with barbecue sauce because I eat a lot of things with barbecue sauce, especially when I go out to restaurants. I usually buy the barbecue pulled pork or barbecue wings at restaurants. Money or fame? I would have to pick money over fame because I've heard a lot of famous people talk about how they don't know who their real friends are. Like, people might just be using them for their fame. And they feel like they could be more judged based on anything they do just because everyone knows who they are. So they're held to a higher standard, I guess. Whereas money, you could buy anything you need, and you can use it to help other people too if you want. So I feel like you'd have more opportunity, I guess. With having money, you could travel or do anything you want, basically. Apples or oranges? Again, like the Pepsi or Coke one, I'm gonna pick what I'm feeling now. And I'm gonna pick oranges. Sweet or salty? I really like both of these two. Right now I'm kinda in a sweet mood, so I'm gonna pick sweet. I think I would eat some Laffy Taffies right now. I like the cherry Laffy Taffies. Watching or playing sports? I would probably have to pick playing sports because I like staying active. I also enjoy watching sports though too, especially at the professional level, because you can really see how far people's talent levels go when they're up at the top, and it's amazing to see new records be broken or just the high level of play that's in the professional level. Being too warm or too cold? I would have to pick being too cold because heck, I already live in Michigan, so I already freeze my butt off here all the time. Plus, I feel like it's easier to warm up than to cool down. Like, I also feel like really sick when I get too warm. Fish or birds? I would have to pick birds because they really put me in a good mood when I wake up in the morning and I hear them chirping. I wish I could was just to wake me up every morning instead of my alarm, that would be awesome. Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead. I'm really a big fan of both of them, but I'm gonna have to go with The Walking Dead. I don't know, I guess it's because I've been watching it longer than Game of Thrones, but I do really like the old style times of TV shows like Game of Thrones. Chips or cookies? I feel like this is a question at Subway, so I usually pick cookies there. I just really like chocolate chip cookies, especially, so that's why I'm picking that. Introvert or extrovert? I would have to pick introvert because I'm definitely an introvert. I like hanging out with people too, but I always like to have that time to myself to be able to recharge and just to relax and do my own thing. Teleportation or mind reading? I would have to pick teleportation because I feel like it'd be more useful to me. You could travel anywhere you want within the click of a finger. It's definitely a big goal of mine to travel and see new things, so I feel like it would be very convenient and very cheap to travel around the world with teleportation. Mind reading would be a little invasive, I feel like. Sometimes it's better not to know what people are thinking. Like, it's meant to be private for a reason. Winter or summer? Well, I'm experiencing winter right now, and I've been counting down the days to spring, so we're gonna have to go with summer for sure. High school or college? I would have to pick college because you have more independence in college. Plus, I feel like it's a lot more fun. The only downside is you have more homework depending on which college you go to. But I usually had to spend a lot of my weekends in the library just so I could get my homework done. Breakfast or dinner? I'm definitely more of a dinner person. I feel like there's more options for food during dinner, and I like more of the options for dinner too. Cake or pie? Definitely cake. I don't like pie at all. There's too much crust. Dine-in or delivery? I prefer eating inside restaurants and fast food places. I just like being in the atmosphere and taking my time when I eat. I don't like rushing food. TV shows or movies? I would pick TV shows because I watch a lot more TV shows, especially on Netflix. Dog or cat? I'm gonna pick dog because I grew up with a lot of dogs at my place. My family had 8 dogs at one point at home, and they were all miniature American Eskimos. They were so cute. Whereas I've only had one cat ever. Shower in the morning or at night? I usually shower in the morning because I have places to be and my hair is usually messy and all over the place. I get cowlick where my hair sticks up. I call that big bird hair with my roommate. Usually when I see him or he sees me, we're like, hey, nice big bird hair. Well done or rare? I definitely prefer my food more cooked than not. I don't like seeing red in my meat, so definitely well done. Date someone older or younger? Honestly, it depends on the person, but if I had to pick, I would pick someone who is a couple years younger than me. Though in the past I have dated a girl who was older than me before. The most important question, toilet paper over or under? I put my toilet paper over. because anyone can upload content on there, and there's a lot of content to choose from. ASMR talking or no talking. I do watch both of them, but I would pick no talking because I use ASMR more for background noise while I'm reading or doing tasks. Car, truck. I would pick car because it has higher gas mileage and it's easier to travel around with the car than a truck, in my opinion. Unless you're going off-roading or something. Rock or hip-hop. I'm a big fan of hip-hop or rap music, so definitely that. Morning or night. I used to prefer the night, but now that I work the night shift and I have to stay up late every night, I prefer the morning because I don't get to wake up early in the morning anymore. And I feel like when you wake up early in the morning, you have more time to be productive, and you feel like you have a whole day in front of you. Country or city, I'm definitely more of a suburban person, because then you don't have to travel far to get to a city where there's a lot of stuff to do. But yet you don't have to actually live in the city where there's a high population. But if I had to pick between the two, I would pick country because I like being out in the woods and having peace and quiet. Star Wars or Star Trek? Definitely Star Wars. I've never really sat down and watched a full episode of Star Trek before. And I love Star Wars. I've been watching it for a long time now. These last two questions are would you rather questions. Would you rather run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10 miles per hour? I would pick fly at 10 miles per hour because I think it would be cool just to be up in the sky and to see things overhead. Whereas if you could run 100 miles per hour, I feel like I would run and hit a stop sign or something and that would be it. Would you rather go 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future? I would have to pick 100 years in the past because times were more simple back then, and I feel like there were more face-to-face conversations, whereas now technology's starting to take over a lot more. Also, the future is unpredictable. You don't know how technology-based everything's going to be or what's going to happen in the future, so I don't really want to jump ahead and see what happens. I'd probably be in shock. Alright, so that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.